live?
Keep it recording.
Just hit that recorder for us, please. All right, good evening again. Welcome to the June 12th, 2024 regular meeting now. And at this time, Mr. Kempers, please lead us to the pledge.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with
liberty,
liberty
and
and
justice
justice
for
for
all.
all.
Right in the nick of time. Mr. Covell, roll call, please.
Mr. O'Gara.
Present.
Mrs. Walter.
Here.
Mr. Kempers.
here.
All right, we got public comment. Anybody have a public comment? You got 3 minutes. You just need to come up, state your name, address. If there's anything you'd like to address in the community. If you want to talk publicly, there you go. You got 3. Yep. Mr. Canner,
Yes.
you can stay there if you like. Just state your name, and address.
Maybe 6, I started having a problem where the storm sewer goes across my driveway, the runway, not the sewer itself, and where the sanitation. And I took videos at different times I come in here of water that was dripping down under the driveway. Every year it just kept getting worse. And it goes out through the backyard, to the left side, out through the back field. There's a clean out at the bottom of the hill. I've probably filled that hole since I've lived there probably 7, 8 times. And you guys about 6 months ago went out and filled it, or someone did, and it's sunk already again, right where the storm sewer, where the sanitation runs through there. And under my driveway, I can show you some pictures of it, the sanitation runs under part of my driveway. Well, I've complained, and Mahoney County's come out, oh, it's not leaking at all. Right where that storm sewer goes under my driveway is where it's sinking. It's bad. It's probably down about 4 inches now, all the way up my drive. Now it's starting to come into my garage. And where the storm sewer goes through my yard to the right, I filled that about 3 times, 2 dump truck loads of dirt. One time I called, and there was a sharp fan sticking up out of the ground. And they repaired that, and out where it hits the field, it's like a bonnet on there. Come off, they filled it with gravel and made like a dam so it run proper there. But I still, when you guys hired an engineer to come out to my house not long ago, he showed me out my backyard. I used to cut the grass, but I can't anymore to that age. But there's sinkholes in my yard, big holes. And he's saying it's coming from the storm sewer going out. And where the drain is, where it comes into it, it's all collapsing. My driveway, it gets worse every year. It keeps collapsing. I drive in my drive and it keeps on boom, boom, boom. One day I'm going to go down about 3-4 feet in my driveway. And there's probably about, if they would have fixed it back then, I think McNally was the commissioner then at first when I started complaining. But if they would have, the county was going to fix half and the township was going to fix half. Never got done. And I had videos I brought in of it leaking when it rained. That whole development in there, there's a problem. All the storm sewers are collapsing around there. Floods, heavy rains. There's times there's 4 feet of water that they block off the streets in there because of flooding. And it seems like no one's correcting these things here. Now, they hired the engineer, and he's telling me that storm sewer should have never run where the sanitation started, under my drive. If they would have gone to the right of my house and run it out right adjacent to the storm sewer down to the field and left right to the cleanout, I wouldn't be here complaining probably today. But they keep blowing smoke, and nothing's getting done. It just gets worse every year. And here now they raise our taxes. $1,000. For what? Nothing's getting done. And I just think
Here,
development,
that's three, just.
not
That's
only
three.
the county, the township should start addressing these problems here. Now they put that development behind my house, and
Yep.
like the engineer said, you know, you're building all this new stuff, and they should address the drains, put bigger drains into all this stuff because of all.
All right, we're at 3 minutes, and only I could say is, you know that we're in constant contact with you. I was out of town. I talked to the engineer. Yeah, I mean, you were just, look, we're not,
I'm not giving up. I'm
yep,
just
that's all right. We got you,
I
but
need to get some action on my house, and I'm getting a lot of damage.
got you.
I got 80 grand, if you saw my basement, I collect beetle stuff and that.
Yep.
And I've got like $80,000 tied up down there, and I don't need no damage in there.
And we are in contact with the engineer, so just so you know, because those are the lines that go,
The county got a problem out there with that spillway.
and that's them. That's,
It's all caving in everywhere.
yep, and with the new construction, we're on them, so we'll keep you posted. You know that. You got our numbers.
We're gonna be on it here. I mean, I've been complaining about it almost.
Well, you know what? I think, I'm being honest with you, maybe we should go to a commissioners meeting, because it's, the county sanitary is, that's their responsibility.
I'm handicapped now, I got in that year.
You could go Zoom.
Fixed income, now they keep raising taxes, this and that, and my property's not getting fixed. It's,
Okay, well, I think that's an option. We should go down to the county, meeting one day. And I'll Zoom you in.
I'd like to get you, the county, everybody, it's not only the county, it's also the township.
Okay.
You know that, and I know that.
All right, anybody else public comment? 3 minutes? Name, address? All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes 4/10/24.
Second. You want to do them
Mo-
all?
Oh, yeah, 4/10/24, 4/22/24, which was a special meeting, and 5/1/24.
Okay, second.
Motion and second, roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes,
Mrs. Wallet?
Yes.
Mr. Kemper? Yes.
make a motion for, to authorize payments for all outstanding bills for the township.
Second.
Motion and second, roll call. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet?
Yes.
Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
Chief, we'll go through these four real quick, and then we'll go to you, so then everybody can kind of get sworn in and do their thing today. I'd like to make a resolution for 2416, which is basically the Poland Township Trustees enter into a memorandum of understanding with the county commissioners and the Mahoney County engineer regarding the application of funds from the additional non-emergency sales and use tax for the repair and maintenance of roads and other infrastructure in Poland Township.
Second.
Motion and second, roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes,
Mrs. Wallet?
Yes.
Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
and this is where the majority of our projects are getting done. I'd like to make a motion for resolution 2417, which is to regulate noise, chief. So now we got a noise ordinance in there within the unincorporated territory of Poland Township, Mahoney County, Ohio, to the Ohio Revised Code, section 505-172.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second, roll call. Mr. Angaro?
Yes,
Mrs. Wallet?
Yes.
Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion for resolution 2418. This is establishing work in the right-of-way permit requirements for excavation in a Poland Township, Mahoney County, Ohio roadway for construction with the Poland Township right-of-way and adopting rules and regulations for excavating and construction.
Second.
Motion and a second, roll call. Mr. Angaro?
Yes,
Mrs. Wallet?
Yes.
Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
and on to our nuisance list. Resolution 2419. Our nuisance streets are GL 15 Center Road, that's a parcel, 2239 Renwick, 7501 Lee Run, 6040 Corey, 8631 Youngstown, Pittsburgh, 5256 Center, 6501 Rose, 8595 Shady Glen, 2301 Lyon, 8671 Youngstown, Pittsburgh, 3131 Center, 6439 Diana, 2371 Bel Air, and 3188 Highland.
Second.
Roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet?
Yes.
And Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
So we have no recognition of guests today, no public hearing. So Chief, on to the good stuff. Keeps our community safe. At this time, before we do anything, I'd like to make a motion to approve memorandum of understanding regarding provisions to uniform allowance, Article 26, which basically says you got to put some time in if we're going to buy your uniform. And if not, then Chief, what's the exact timeline you have to give us before, we could take
A
that
year.
money back? A year? Gotcha.
If somebody leaves within a year, then they would forfeit their last paycheck to pay the cost of the vest and uniforms.
So,
Okay, I'll second that.
Motion and a second, roll call vote. Mr. Ongaro?
yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
So we did that before we actually hire the three officers. So, Chief, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the promotion of part-time patrol officer Chelsea Wolf to full-time patrol officer effective June 17th, 2024.
Second?
Motion and second, roll call. Mr. Ongaro?
Yes,
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
and there's really no approvals going on right now, correct?
Nope.
It's just swearing in?
Yes, because you
Okay.
already approved it.
Yep, okay. It's on to you, Chief.
It's my favorite.
We're gonna swear in Jared Jackson, Talon, Anilak, and then in the lobby right now. After the swearing in, we're gonna take some pictures with the officers, the trustees will take some pictures. And then everybody who's here for the swearing in is invited to go into the lobby and, congratulate these officers for a job well done. Raise your right hand, please. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America.
I solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America.
The Constitution and the laws of the state of Ohio,
The Constitution and the laws of the state of Ohio,
and laws and ordinances
and laws and ordinances
of the political subdivision
of the political subdivision
to which I am appointed,
which I am appointed,
and to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
will discharge the duties of this office.
will discharge the duties of this office.
Would you like to come down and take a picture? Yes, just go set them right. You don't need those anymore.
Where? Good. But have a good one.
Zoom in.
Oh, you. Hey, you got all our cells. Hey, we're gonna do our best.
Take care. Thank you.
We're gonna do our best, man.
Then you'll be in trouble for, something while you're in office. getting taken care of, right? Is he on Old Hunter Trail?
Oh, no, 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 no. No, they're just going out. You can sit here. You can stay.
Sit anywhere you want.
Going, like, to, maybe at, you know.
That's what happens when you get old. Started it. Told me I was great, so. I'm also, shut up, come on there. Shut the door.
We're talking.
What's that? Yeah.
All right, chief.
Yes, sir.
So we get this on public, record.
Okay,
So the flock cameras, and then we'll go through everything that we have tried to do up there.
okay. Flock cameras, those, a site survey was done. Well, first, the flock cameras were purchased. The site survey was done. Next week, the camera should actually be installed on Stymie Road.
And we're gonna try to, again, get with Brent and get with the new guy and try to get this, you know, I
Yeah.
know it's about 4 or 5 grand, get it paid for, correct?
Well, correct.
Yes.
The previous, manager supervisor of Republic said that they would pay the yearly bill for the flock camera. And again, they also said that they were gonna lease land in Pennsylvania to try to alleviate the truck traffic. Tommy went and picked up 2 new signs. All the signs that we had put at Morgan Oil were either taken or the weather got rid of them. They were just, yard signs. So we had 2 nice signs. The owner, Mike from Morgan Oil, said we could put them up there on the exit out. It just says Republic Landfill with an arrow pointing towards Pennsylvania. So we're doing everything that we can, to make that happen up there for
And
them.
just to rehash this, I mean, at the beginning, we did work with the county and the landfill to get the road paved. That was number 1. Number 2, we got Janetti graciously put that sign up. So, I mean, there's not really anything that is brought to our attention. We have 100% pursued and tried our best, to make it a better situation. Then you could just touch base with your neighborhood watch programs, chief.
Yeah, so this Saturday we had our neighborhood watch meetings, and they went really well. We did receive some great information and feedback from the residents that came to them. One thing that we're noticing is that we're using a GroupMe app, but after a certain amount of time, if people don't use the GroupMe app, they're getting kicked out of it. So we might have to find an alternate way to communicate with the neighborhoods. But again, it was great communication back and forth, and we're gonna tentatively set up another one for October. No date as of yet, but it'll be right before Halloween, so we can have a lot of good information on how to, for people to keep their homes and kids safe during the Halloween.
Ms. Wall would like to, I know you were here for all.
No,
Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I thought people had a lot, the residents had a lot of good input, learned a lot of stuff, and, yeah, no, it went well. It's nice.
It is on our Facebook page, so the slides that were shown during the neighborhood watch, there's a lot of things in there about transient vendors, because and we're getting into the time now where a lot of vendors are going door to door. One went to Mrs. Wallet's house, so that sparked the conversation of what's allowed and what's not allowed. So there's a lot of great information on there. If anybody want to go on Facebook, you can check it out.
Thank you, chief. Congrats on the force getting bigger, better, and
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, this got great force, it just got better.
Yep.
It's all good.
well, Tommy, we'll just keep going backwards. How's that?
All right.
So we'd like to make a motion to approve 2 rear tires for backhoe from North Lima Tire in amount not to exceed $2,700.
Second,
Motion and a second. Roll call. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet?
yes.
Mr. Kempers?
Yes.
Approve the seasonal employment of Don Pagano at a rate of $12.75 an hour, not to exceed 30 hours a week, effective. That's the date you want?
Today.
6/12/24.
Second,
Motion and a second. Roll call. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet?
yes.
Mr. Kempers?
Yes.
And approve the seasonal employment of Christian Pasquarella at a rate of $12.75 an hour, not to exceed 30 hours per week, effective 6/12/24.
Second,
Motion second. Mr. Angara,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach,
Yes.
Mr. Kemper.
Yes.
I think he's valedictorian of Struthers too, huh?
Yes.
Anything you'd like to talk about, Tom?
Oh, well, we were making good use of the new hot box. We've been out patching
Nice.
Good.
and, we've been fixing all of our catch basins. We started rebuilding a lot of catch basins and cleaning them out as we go. And, we're mowing the sides of the roads and, still doing the cemeteries and stuff like that.
So you like the hot box?
Oh, I love it. And to be honest with you, you don't have to rush. Hurry up and take your time and make the job look 100 times better.
Good.
It's great.
I just want to thank you because you're working well with, zoning. It's like we didn't miss a beat because, if I do get complaints with grass, I call and it's taken care of. So appreciate that greatly. This magazine, zoning.
Monthly report for the month of May. We had no new structures that month, but we had 19 additions and improvements. The valuation for those were $163,966 with fees at $1,223. We had 15 miscellaneous sales like garage sales, books, things like that, $75 in fees for that. 3 appeals at $975. No amendments this month, and 52 violations. Our monthly total was $163,966 in valuations, and our fees were $2,273. Can I add something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First of all, let me thank Tom and all the guys at the road department because we did a nuisance cleanup this weekend, and it was a lot of work, and it was a big job. So they did a great job. They work very well together, by the way, really good. I mean, I was pleased. They were helpful. They were, they did a great job, and it was a mess. Okay, and the other thing was that I guess in the village they voted on something to put in natural gardens in your backyard, so you don't have to cut your grass. We don't have natural gardens. You have to cut your grass. And I'm making a point of that because we had somebody call us and ask us, you don't have to do that anymore. So I want to make a point that you do have to cut your rear yard. You have to cut all your grass. And it's not a natural garden in the township, that's village. And that's it. I just kind of and signs, we've gotten rid of a lot of signs, but signs are still, we're always going to have a problem with signs. But I can't tell you the signs I pulled this year. It was a lot.
I appreciate you
Thank
saying
you.
that because I got some calls on that. And I was like,
On what thing?
on the grass.
Yeah.
Said it's grass, cut the grass.
Yeah, you have to cut your grass, right? I mean, they did do something in the village though, which I think that might be, I don't know if that was a great idea, but that's up to them.
Anything for,
No.
No, thank you.
thanks again for working so well with them. We didn't miss a beat.
Thank you.
Recycling, anything, Mark?
No, everything's going well. Clean up and then, from the sheriffs and, they're coming a couple times a week now.
Yeah, they're coming a couple times a week. They're actually staying on top of it.
Good.
And when they miss, we pick up too, so. But they've been, pretty good. They've been steady coming on Mondays.
Good. All right, thank you. Park?
This month, the members of the Pole and Lions Club has installed the new Peace Pole. They're going to have a dedication on Friday, the 14th at 4:30 p.m. They're inviting all the township residents and you folks to come out and partake in that dedication. The pole was put in and painted by the school children. Each school building in the township put their little side on that, so it's going to be something to see. The playground, due to our insurance carrier came out and said that we need to add some playground rubber mulch to the playground there. We did get a price for what they refer to as super sacks of rubber chips, and it's about $2,150 on that. And we are looking into two other places right now to see if we can get a better price on that right at this time.
Didn't we order it online last time?
We got it right from the manufacturer, but
Okay.
you have to guarantee them
Yes.
18-wheeler load and
Right,
it's
I
already.
remember that.
So, and if we go to Lowe's or Home Depot, they smell the little bags
Right,
we
I-
buy. ton of those, so. We are still waiting on Sherwood-Williams, their regional manager's getting back to us on buying the non-skid paint for our bridges and boardwalks. He just hasn't called us back yet. Tree donations, we want to thank the Pittsburgh Tree Up Pittsburgh and Silver Environmental Consultants. They donated over 80 trees, mostly oaks and hardwoods, and we've planted those throughout the park. Gravel donations, we'd like to thank Mark Jobe from Republic Service for supplying 26 tons of gravel for our nature trails. And we like to thank him for the Porta Johns with the 6th grade picnic there. Pioneer Tree Farms also have donated some evergreens again this year. School picnic, 6th grade, as you know, end of year picnic was a success with hot dogs, a bounce around, a visit from the Poland Township Police, and a cool down by our Township Fire Department. Educational program was put on by our park warden, Jim Carchetti, and his wife. They taught the girls about birds, and they actually built bird feeders for them. We'd like this point to hire 2 new employees, seasonal employees, Christian Core and Matthews Farkas, and I'd like to have them start on June 17th. And that's all I have for you today.
Any questions before we approve these? Good.
No.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the seasonal employment of Christian Corey at a rate of $12.75 an hour, not to exceed 30 hours a week, effective 6/12/24.
Second,
Motion and a second. Roll call, Mr. Angaro.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach.
yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve seasonal employment Matthew Farkas at a rate of $12.75 an hour, not to exceed 30 hours per week.
Second,
Motion and a second. Roll call, Mr. Angaro.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach.
yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
Oh.
No, that, okay, hey, congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Are you Christian or Matt?
Okay,
Great.
gotcha. Well, congrats. Nope. So they did get you to gravel. That's good. We got hope here, chief. We'll get the block. All right, financial report.
All right, so we'll do April and May and year to date since I didn't have it last time. So for April, we collected revenue of $476,816, and we spent $780,002. For May, we collected $302,022, and we spent $342,756. Year to date, we're about on budget where we've set out, from the beginning of the year. Our revenue year to date is $2,331,426, and we've spent $2,200,877. So we're ahead of the game a little bit right now. No more real estate tax collections are coming in until starting in August. So we gotta just hold on to what we have for now till those start coming in. But otherwise, everything's looking okay for now.
Collections down?
They were down a little bit, yeah. But the road funds are looking healthy because of the sales tax and everything else, and the gasoline tax. But the general fund and the police fund is obviously not doing well. We've had to do transfers there. The ARPA money's being obviously eaten up by the police salaries and everything else that we're using for that lost revenue. So, but it'll get us through this year, and then the new one will kick in next year.
And I know I did talk to Janetti. I mean, I know you sent the report over how much we have to spend up into like 24, but
Right.
he said he would give us whatever we wanted. Like if this lighting district does come through, and it's something that's feasible, we could pull from future money. So we wouldn't have to worry about coming out of pocket. So just,
Well, that's good. Definitely good.
yeah,
I'll come.
thank you to him.
Oh, and I do have a question. I talked briefly about it, but so if somebody wanted to do, just say, a project at the park, like they want something, of course, they would come to the board and, have the park board approve it and come to the trustees and approve it. But how would they go about like collecting money? Do they have to like form something, or can they just collect the money and give the township a check? Like, how does that work?
Who, like, you mean if somebody puts together just
Yeah, say somebody wants to put
initiative
in,
they
so
want?
we have 2 pickleball courts going, and say they want to put in 6, they want to put in 4 more, like, and they want to do this on their own, they want to, collect the money, and like, how would they go about doing that?
They would just set up a bank account, collect the money, collect it, and then give us a check as a donation. Now, if they're gonna try to say that it's gonna be tax deductible, then they gotta go set up a 501c3 to do something like that. Otherwise, donations wouldn't be tax deductible because they're not coming to the township.
Okay.
So, it depends on how they set it up. I mean, if they want to set it up and advertise and then have donations come directly to the township, we can do that. And then that would be tax deductible because it's going to the township. But if they're doing it on their own, they just collect it, write us a check, and we got a donation.
Okay.
Yep. You're welcome.
Anything, Mr. Kempers?
Nope.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the annual pay rate raise of part-time employees to match that of the full-time employees negotiated agreement. And this is basically just house cleaning, so we just stay in step with what goes on.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
And Mr. Kempers?
Yes.
And I know Miss Magazine did bring this to my attention, and I thought back, like, I know Mrs. Bartos' cleaning makes about $650 a month. I mean, do you want to explore giving her $100 more? I mean, it's been like probably 3 or 4 years.
I think it's been like that since I've been on.
Yeah,
it
I
has.
mean,
I've been here, what, 6.5 years?
so you come up with it. I just called PJ. He said this at $650. I just threw a hot, I mean, or something.
Go with me.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to increase Bartos cleaning to $750 a month.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
Mr. Kempers?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the ground penetrating radar search and survey of 2 remaining areas of the Lowville Cemetery by Remaker and Associates in an amount not to exceed, I don't know, $7,000. And I know, Mr. Covell, you got a cemetery grant for $2,500, which will come off that, or that's including
Goes
that?
off of based on what
It'll
we
come
want.
off this.
Okay,
total.
gotcha.
I'll second that, but just, if you want to just explain just very briefly
Yeah,
what
what that
this is.
Yeah,
so.
it's not gonna be.
So we have two remaining sections in the cemetery up on,
$1
North Hill, Lowville.
or something like
And, because
Yeah,
we wanted, with the ground penetrating radar is to make sure that there aren't any burials in the area. Because the cemetery was established in the early 1800s, we just want to make sure. While they're doing that, they'll be able to survey, and we'll be able to plot those last few areas and see how many.
These are the lots that haven't been sold yet.
Yes, these are lots of.
They haven't been sold yet, and we just want to make sure it's
We
clear.
want to make sure there's, you know, we just want to make sure that those are without any burials. So they have this radar machine that they push over the top of the ground, and it goes down. They could tell you if there's a body there or not. So we just wanted to make sure we don't have any unmarked graves that have happened over the years. And then we'll be able to establish how many burials that we have remaining in that cemetery as it's becoming pretty full. But that's what we decided to use that grant money.
Or that we don't have a pet cemetery. Right.
No,
Never
not that
We had a
cemetery.
fire. Didn't we have a fire years ago, and that's why a lot of records weren't?
Yep.
That's why you don't know where some of the people are with our records.
All right, so we'll make it $7,000.
And so I could second it, so.
Motion is second. Roll call. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
And Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
And Mr. Covell, thanks for looking into, getting a second bid on this security camera system, but I mean, I think all the trustees know this is a pretty good price, so. I'd like to make a motion to approve the security camera and DVR upgrade for the Poland Township Government Building by Bobcat Technologies in the amount not to exceed $6,500.
Second.
6,500. Motion is second. Roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes,
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
Mr. Kemper?
Yes.
Thank you.
Clarify.
and I would like to thank Mrs. Waller for getting in touch with Thomas Folks, so we actually have some backing on this, because we voted on this about 6 times. We're sorry that you have to keep coming here. And I'm gonna even just make a suggestion that we just put a money amount on this so that we don't even have to explore this again. I think they came with a number, so I mean, just to make a motion like, hey, we approved 20 grand to get this done. So then Tommy, Mark, they go out, they get the bids, and it's over with. I mean, does that sound fair? Is that legal, Mr. Canner?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading.
I mean, if we put a number to this and they go out and get bids and everything and standard that number, are we good?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yep.
Are you okay with that? Okay, so we'd like to make a motion, to allocate $20,000 to the Renwick Drive project.
Second,
Roll call vote, Mr. Ongaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach,
yes.
Mr. Kemper.
Yes.
And do we want to talk about, did we talk about the roads? We already talked about the roads,
I don't
correct?
know if we talked about this.
Not about 2025, I don't think.
This is,
So we just want to appoint them and then talk.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I think we'll just appoint them as our 2025 representative, and then we'll discuss publicly like what we want to do, correct? When's
Yes.
our time frame? Got
Yes, so yeah, when OPWC runs a year behind, so we select the streets that are gonna be paved now for 2025. So it'll go through,
What's it, August?
everything's due in September.
Okay, all right.
Presentations are in September, I do know that.
Okay,
So,
so we're just, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Thomas Folk and Associates as our OPWC 2025 representatives.
Second,
motion to second, roll call, Mr. Ongaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach,
yes.
Mr. Kemper.
Yes.
Write anything down you want to say?
The only thing, one other thing, was there something we had to do with OPWC 2024?
Yeah, we did that early on. We did the resolution,
Okay, that was that, okay,
and then the MOU we need to sign too.
okay, thank you, okay.
Streets, we got, so we'll discuss
And
the
of course,
streets
16.
coming.
I mean, we could say the streets for 2025, could you blow that up so I get them right?
That's for next,
Yes, for 2025,
that's the projects we,
yeah,
Okay.
that we're looking at to do. So
And
it's,
then-
Katarina Place,
Yeah.
Stones Throw Avenue, which is kind of like,
Burger King-ish.
well, the side
Oh, you
street.
That's my.
Bishop
Right.
Road, a little section of
Right.
Bishop Road
We
to
don't-
Lee Run
We don't go back in the condos.
and Lee Run Road from 170 to Meadow Lane.
here's the Lee Run Road, that section right up to, Meadow,
Mhm.
Meadow Lane. And then this is that Bishop, just the, gravelled area.
Turf.
We wanted to do that. And this is Katarina, the whole.
Yep.
Whole
It's one
part of
name.
Katarina,
And that was not done under our big project,
No.
correct?
and neither was Stone's
Yeah,
Throw.
this wasn't either.
So Stone's Throw.
Well, it should be that, just the side street, not the blue street.
No, the blue street is Stone's Throw.
This is,
Blue
this
Street
is,
is Stone Throw.
I know, but we're doing Stones Throw Avenue. Avenue is the street where the doctor's offices used to be.
on the
So
side of,
we've already done that. That blue one that's highlighted, we've already done that in the paving project.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
This,
we did.
this is
No,
the,
you
Yeah, I don't
this is
think,
one between
No.
Burger King and
And
PJ's office.
Right,
That's
what I
what's
mean.
highlighted.
Yeah.
I
That's what's
see the
highlighted.
roundabout highlighted, that's what's confusing.
Yeah, there's a
This-
cul-de-sac in
There's
there.
another one.
this
yeah.
is
Oh,
the,
it's-
We,
yeah,
the other one got
I'm
the,
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
tree
I
in
thought
it.
that was from 224.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I was, okay.
No,
Sorry,
the
that's
other one
right
got the tree in it. That's all right.
Gotcha,
And then just for the public, Polo's getting done, correct?
that's this year,
And what else is getting done? Denver.
Denver is
Okay,
getting done.
gotcha.
that's this year,
that's what this MOU is for today.
right. Thank you.
All right, so elected officials, Ms. Wall.
Oh, just want to remind everyone to celebrate Poland, which is June 28th and 29th. So,
We already did.
Yeah, that was, yeah, you did.
yeah, just celebrate Poland 28th, 29th. The parade is Friday at 6 o'clock, and then there'll be a band, No Funk, No Justice, will be, Village Hall. And then all day, starting about 9 a.m. on Saturday, a lot of vendors. I think it's actually 11, and then it'll go till the fireworks to the evening. So,
6:28, but it's coming
yeah,
up quick.
so hope to see everyone there. Let's hope for good weather.
Mr. Kempers?
Good meeting, 3 good new officers and a promotion of part-time to full-time.
Very good
Road
officers.
department doing great, zoning doing great, so
Yeah.
as good as it can be right now.
I think the only thing I'm just gonna add is that I know, Mr. Bravo has done a lot in the military and what's that called? The agent, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's only 50 years old.
53 maybe?
Passed away.
55.
Just give him a little shout out today at the meeting that
He's a Poland resident,
Who passed away?
passed away,
Who
had done
passed-
a
Jeff
lot.
Rabel.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
just had his last memorial the other day.
Yep.
All right.
Wait, before you close, what I was writing, just so I'm for the part-time raise, when is that effective for this
Yeah,
pay?
right now.
And it's not retro, right? It's just going forward.
I mean, that wasn't.
I just want to
yeah,
make sure, just so, okay,
That wasn't asked, so.
all right, just clear.
You want me to give them all this?
Good.
Those
All right.
are yours.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn at 6:46 or 44. Sorry.
Second.
Motion is second. We'll call. Mr. Aguero.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach.
Yes.
Mr. Kemper.
Yes.